Hi, this is Nancy from Leather Class. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this small leather purse out of one piece of scrap of leather. Now, there's no sewing involved. We just use rivets at the side and a snap closure. It's not a pretty purse, but it is a very functional purse, so let's get to it. I'm using a scrap of leather, which is quite, not that thick actually, but it's a small scrap that I've got. So I'm just going to cut it out. You can see this is a small scrap that I just got for £6. So the idea is that we're going to, so I need to cut there, is for it to go like this. So we just need to neaten up some of these edges here. So basically, this purse starts out as a rectangle shape. So I think I'm going to have, I've got a fold here, so I'm going to just make that hidden by the flap. What you can do is just have it as a straight flap, or you can maybe curve the edges a little, or just cut them at an angle. So you can shape the look of this purse. I'm going to fold my purse in half. Just going to make sure that those corners are meeting, just to kind of make it symmetrical. Make a line here, and then I'm just going to cut these edges to an angle. So that gives it a nice shaping. Now what you can do if you want to, you can go, if you have some paint, you can go over the edges if you want to give your purse a different look, or you can just go with the natural leather. So now what I'm going to do is to kind of look to see where I want the flap to come down, how far I want it to come down, and I put these little markers for you to see where I'm going to align the bottom edge of the leather, and then to pull the flap down. Now I'm going to, before the gluing, you need to attach the snaps. So I'm going to be using these 10mm snaps. I've used these in another video, so I'll put a link to that so that you can watch how to put snaps in manually if you don't have a press, but I'm actually going to be using my press to put these in. I now need to center where I'm going to put the snap. So I'm just going to use this guide on my mat, and then I'm going to get a pen. I think, let me just get the snap. I think I'd like it, make sure it looks good there. Yeah, at that position here. So just going to use my eye just to make a mark there. Let me actually just get my ruler, just to make sure everything's lined up. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. So there is where we're going to make the hole with a rotary cutter. I think I'm going to make that about 3mm. Okay. So still holding the flap at the markers, and I put just a little dab of glue, just a little bit, just to hold it. And I'm going to flap that over, and then make a mark through the hole. Make sure everything is aligned, and make a mark through the hole for the bottom part of the snap. And now we can make our hole. So now we have our holes, we can now put in the snaps. So I'm just going to take this over now to my press setter and attach these. The reason I love using the press is that it's just so quick and easy. Right, just checking that I'm going to put it in the right way. Back to the back. That goes on top. Okay, snaps are done. Snaps fit. Now it's just a case of gluing the edges so that we can put the rivets in. Let's do that next. So I'm just going to look at my marks and glue right down the sides, right down to the bottom. I'm using this Leathercraft cement. Now you can use any leather which you have that sticks well, but I'm just going to use my skewer here to then put a line, a thin line, from that mark right down to the bottom. And don't want to put too much, but just enough for it to stick. Try and keep it as close to the edge as possible. Try and save as much glue by putting that back in the bottle and putting the top on as quick as possible. Okay, now just a little bit there at the edge. Yeah, you want to get the glue kind of like on the edges, because then you don't want that flap to, or the edge to come away. Okay, with some glues you might have to wait for it to get a little bit tacky before you meet the edges, but this glue you can more or less go quite quickly. So just for demonstration, let's just do that. So just meet those edges up to that mark. Make sure I'm getting onto that line or that mark as well. So you might have a little bit of excess glue, but that's okay. We can scrape that off. So for now, I just want to make sure that we've got these edges nicely aligned. What you can do is later come in with a cocktail stick or something sharp, or maybe a teeny bit of sandpaper, and then just get that glue off if it doesn't move easily. But it should do. It should kind of flake off. Okay, so we kind of see it coming together. Now this is a very basic purse. It's not that pretty. It's really just to show you the technique, and then you can, spend time with beautiful leathers or any leather that you've got to make a purse for yourself or as a gift. And I quite like the fact that this has got the £6 mark in it, because this is a coin purse, it's for money, so is quite appropriate. So I'm just going to let that dry, and then we'll come back and we'll mark the sides for the rivets. Now I've decided I'm going to put 3 rivets on each side, and I'm using 7mm head rivets. Because my leather is quite thin or medium weight, I'm able to fold it in half. So from the bottom edge up to this section here, I'm just going to fold it, and then I'll be able to mark a point for my rivet. So what you need to do is just find the middle. Maybe if you're going to use some measurement, you can just find the middle and make that first mark with your rotary cutter or hole punch. And fold it this way, or we can, yeah, I think I'll fold it this way now, just to make sure it is going to totally match the other side. And just use a pen to go through the hole, make that mark. Okay, great. And this helps to make sure that things are lined up as sweet as possible. So I'm just going to get my ruler now, just to line up the holes. I'm using my grid on the mat here. I'm just going to go a little in here. Pen's broken. And then here. Now you can spend time measuring this, but this is just for me to demonstrate to you how this purse is put together. So, here. Fold this over. Again, do our technique, going through the holes. Okay. Right, so now we have our holes for the rivets. It's time to put those in. So I'm going to put some double cap rivets in. And I'm going to put these on using the press. If you don't have a press and you need to put these in by hand, I'll put a link to the video where you can see how to put rivets in by hand. So now we've finished our coin purse, we put the snaps on and the rivets, and it's time to use it as a fully functioning coin purse. Put some coins in there, some folded money, and prized possessions. Now, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe for future videos, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more videos. See you later. Bye for now.